Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hi guys.
Hi,
guys.
It's a collab with the Syren podcast, Syren Friedman and Lauren Miranda, and
The
Brainwaves podcast.
we're just a bunch of SCS kids having fun, and I'm talking about the 5 stages of grief. Why are you giving me the side eye?
Very
No,
fun
I just
topic.
like how you open.
Great
We're all
topic
just
to open
we're all
with.
just a little group of SAS kids.
Just having fun. Yeah. So, we're gonna just talk about like the 5 stages of grief because I feel like everyone goes through, some sort of grief and loss in their life, whether it comes to pets, animals, humans like mom and dad, obviously, like Homo sapiens.
And even loss of like competitions or
That is
anything
true.
like that. Like
The
grades,
Olympics are happening actually.
Relationships.
relationships for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things.
I saw like
so.
a woman who was doing figure skating for the Olympics, and do you see that she fell and she was
I didn't see how.
You were like, yeah.
No, I saw the winner.
No, so wait, do you want to go closer? I'm so sorry. I feel like it's so far away. Okay.
Do not worry.
But yeah, she like low-key went through the 5 stages of grief because she worked so hard and she just fell. Like
Was she the winner?
she got a golden, but it was like a team effort.
Oh.
Like she could have gotten like a bronze or something. But yeah,
That's worse, I think.
yeah, low-key.
And bronze is worse than gold.
No, I know. But
Oh,
like I'm
okay.
saying like low-key
Yes,
if she like
gold is
failed her.
first.
What?
Yeah, gold,
Gold is
silver,
first.
bronze.
It's gold,
Yeah.
silver, bronze.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying gold is first place. I was saying bronze is worse.
Yeah.
No, I thought like she was saying like without falling that she would get bronze, and I was like, that's worse. Like,
Oh.
Well, yeah,
okay.
6, 7.
But
But the first stage of grief, guys, grief. It's a study made by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. Her name is very unique, so I don't know how to say it.
Kubler?
But Kubler.
Or is it Kubler?
Kubler?
Because
Kubler.
of the dots.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the dots mean.
Elizabeth Kubler-Ross.
It's the happy face.
Kubler
The happy
means it's
face.
a U sound.
What?
The 2 dots means it's a U sound. Kubler.
Ooh.
Kubler. Wait, I was
I
right.
know that because of Spanish. It's vergüenza, not like
Yeah.
vergüenza.
Vergüenza. Tengo vergüenza. Mucha vergüenza. But yeah, grief is a natural emotional response to loss, which is it says here a breakup. It doesn't have to be like death. It could be like just like a loss of something in your life. So does anyone want to say the first stage of the grief?
Denial.
Denial.
Denial is a river in Egypt.
Your husband is gay. You haven't seen that?
No.
Okay.
Really? You haven't
crying.
seen that, Max?
No.
No, Leah sounds like she has. Okay, whatever.
Wait,
But
denial is
Denial is a
I've
river
heard
in
that.
Egypt.
Oh,
Your
your
husband
husband
is
is
I
gay.
didn't
Your
hear that.
husband is gay.
really?
That's like the whole. Isn't like Wendy? Okay.
Yeah, Wendy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But basically.
Max, stop snorting.
I can't control it. You know this.
Okay, so denial, it's basically just shock, numbness. I think I went through that when my dog died, Max. If you met him, and yeah. Okay, so we're not talking about like the deep stuff. Yeah, guys, it's literally grief.
Yeah.
Basically, when he died, like I just didn't process it. I was like, okay, that just didn't happen. You know what I mean? People were like, oh, like you're weird, you're autistic. Boy, I just didn't. It's literally called
Who
denial.
told you you were autistic?
My mother and my
Oh.
aunt and my dad. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were like,
Because
saying, I
like,
think you
you
have autism.
haven't cried or something.
I didn't cry at all. Like I didn't
Yeah.
shed a tear, but it was like weird.
Oh.
Did anyone like go through something like that?
Yeah, when my grandmother died, I didn't believe it for like 5 days. I remember, guys, this is really sad, but I was actually thinking about it this morning. I don't know why, but I remember the day my grandmother died. I was in bio class, and I learned how to check a person's pulse. So I was getting picked up from school, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna, because I was gonna go to my my grandmother's hospital, like her hospital room after that, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check her pulse, just because why not? And then that morning, my dad and my mom picked me up from school, which they never do, and I realized that was like, oh, I'm gonna get hit by the news, but I didn't like,
Like no, it was
I
happening.
didn't want it to be true, so I kind of just put it off for like 4 days.
I feel like also it's because of the fact that you can like, especially if it's like your grandmother just live with your house or like does she live in your house?
No, but I used to visit her like
Exactly.
every
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah. So it's harder to like realize what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Totally. But I saw. Sorry. Go.
No, it's okay. The first time I got hit with grief, I laughed it off initially. Because I was like, oh, you're so funny. That's such a great joke.
Bro,
So,
laughing
like,
is like a way to really.
that's
It's
so funny. And
Yeah.
it didn't click in my head that it wasn't a joke
That was me the first
until
time
like
too.
2 weeks after, and they set up like a little. Okay, so basically, this was like one of my mentors. I did a mock trial last year, and it was my first competition, my first year doing it. And this girl came with us. She used to be president of the club like years before, but she was really close with the girl who was teaching us. So she came with us to the competition, and we didn't win, but we did really good. And 2 months later, she got like into a car accident. She died, and like I don't know, when I found out, because they called us into the class, and we were all like, oh, we're just like finding out who's gonna be like taking what leadership position, because most of the seniors were on the board. And then you get hit with the, oh no, like the girl who was with us, like she was so like giggly. She was taking pictures of us. She was so like happy. Like you could never like in your head it doesn't add up how something like that could happen to such a good person.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, so she's like dead. And people like they like started sobbing because of course they knew before us. They were like closer with her. And it was just like, oh, like you're so funny, like this is a joke. She's gonna come out now. She's gonna come out with pizza. They're gonna be like, oh, you guys actually won, or something like that. And it was just like, I don't know. I walked out of the class and I couldn't be there with them because everyone else was sobbing, and like I just couldn't not laugh. Like that was the only reaction I had was to laugh, and I couldn't look at anyone in the eye because it's like I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing because I'm ridiculing your sadness. Like I'm
Mhm.
trying to process it in my own way, but I don't want to seem disrespectful. I had to go outside, and I didn't shed a tear until I saw the little memorial thing they had for her with roses and teddy bears and everything. Even from people who didn't even know her and just knew that, oh, she went to this school years before. They still left her something.
I was
And
like so cared. Yeah.
yeah. And just like seeing it, I was like, damn, like it's real.
Mhm.
Like it's not fake. It's not like a joke. It's actually like real. It's there. And there's like no way to not see it.
How old was she when she died?
She was like 20 something.
20?
Wow.
That's so young. No, I had like a situation like that in Breakthrough, which is like me and Fernando's summer camp. And basically, our summer counselor, like our counselor for math, he died. And it was like in such a way, like he was the most giggly person. Like he'd be like the guy doing like this, like, the llama thing when we're like, freaking like 16 already.
Quiet Coyote.
The llama thing.
Sorry. Quiet Coyote. And he'd like be making the jokes and like, he's like this guy that like just loves like, Taylor Swift, all these things. Like he would go to concerts with like the students and stuff. And then all of a sudden we see news that he died in like a golf cart in the University of Miami. And when we saw the news, I just started laughing. I was like, this is like such a funny person and a like a comedical like moment. Like not funny, like, obviously like the
Yeah,
event, just like what the heck is going on in my life. Like out of nervousy almost, like anxiety, like you're laughing,
Yeah.
like, trying to like not cry. Yeah.
Like you don't know what to do. You should just laugh.
Do you guys remember
Exactly.
the thing that happened at Belen last year?
Oh, with the guy,
The guy that
that
caught a
swimming
heart attack.
He
pool.
was in my grade.
Yeah.
That
He was in
was
your grade?
I
terrifying.
don't remember.
Did you know
that.
him?
I
Not
don't.
well, but
Yeah.
so basically, last year towards the end of the year, I believe.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
start of second semester.
It was like start of second. I think
Yeah,
it was in that late.
start of second
Mhm.
semester. I remember I was in chemistry class, and the water polo team went out to do a game. And anyway, like they all like have the Gmail group chat because we're doing a lab, so no one really cares what's happening. And they're like, oh, like talking about the game, talking about how it's going, um, like normal people do. And all of a sudden, someone goes in the Gmail group chat, which I'm not in. I'm like hearing this all by my friend. I'm not really friends
Yeah.
with him, but I remember they're in the Gmail group chat and they're like, Lucas died.
Mhm.
And like everyone thought like, oh, he was bad at water polo, he threw the game. And all of a sudden, like they're like, no, I'm being serious. But no one believed, obviously. Because
Yeah.
like
It's crazy.
I mean, a 17, no, not even a 16, maybe 15-year-old in
Yeah.
your grade just dying randomly is like insane. So no one believed him. and all of a sudden, um, the speakers go on, and they're like, all sophomores, please report to like the big chapel that we have. So all of a sudden, all the juniors are leaving. Not juniors, sophomores are leaving, and they're all like, "No, there's no way this is real. It's probably something else. Like there's no relation." And all of a sudden, I see like one of his best friends that's like a macho guy. Like
Mhm.
I would not expect to see him crying, and I see him sobbing, and I'm like
It's
I
actually
still
real.
don't believe it. No, I still
Oh,
didn't believe
really?
it. I'm like, "Hey, are you okay?" I think I literally asked him like, "Are you sick or something?" Like, cuz I
Wow.
did not want to believe it.
Mm.
And all of a sudden, like, we're all sitting, we're all talking like, "Oh, what's happening? There's no way he actually died." Like it's not. And then all of a sudden, like, all you can see all the teachers' face are all like stern and sad, and it's like, "No, this can't be real." And all of a sudden, they're like, "Oh, your classmate Lucas Osuna died like 15 minutes ago." And that was like, I didn't know him that much, but still, it's crazy how someone our age can go from living his best life in water polo, like going to a championship game, and then the next second his heart stops
Yeah.
and he dies. Like,
No, my
that's
friend was
insane.
like close to him, like really close, and he has like a highlight of just him. Like people have like their bios of his name and like the little angel like
Yeah.
emojis. Like everyone cared so much about that like kid.
Yeah, he was sweet.
Yes, I can
But
tell that he was very nice.
yeah.
Yeah. It was a really great loss. Like people like in Terra, like all the high schools, Core Reef, right? Like you guys knew about this.
Yeah, I remember our friend Dylan, he goes to Columbus. He's on the water polo team there at Columbus, and he had told us about what had happened at the game, and it was so unfortunate. Like I felt so
They couldn't
bad.
believe it. Like
Yeah,
They had a
it was
huge
shocking.
memorial service. It was like so big that they overflowed the church and everything.
that's
Wow.
beautiful.
And it's a big church. If you've
Oh.
ever been to Belen, it sits, I think, like the estimated like capacity is, I think, 3,600 people.
Wow.
All
So
school
that's
loved him.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
beautiful.
yeah. Anyway, the
So
second
yeah,
stage
second
of
stage,
grief
guys.
is
Okay.
anger.
Um.
So anger is bad.
So I
Why
feel
do-
like your friend, I mean, not your friend, the guy who's friends with the guy with Belen, he could have felt anger after, finding out his friend
Yeah.
died. Like, not in a way that he's mad at, anybody, but just like, I'm mad at that the situation happened. Like, why him? That's my friend. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I was angry when my grandmother died.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, so so I know not everyone is religious, but I am. So when my grandmother died, I got very angry at God because I was like, she didn't deserve this. Why would you do this? Like it wasn't her time. Um so like that's my way of how I did anger, but everyone does it differently. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a way where it's like, I hate everybody, but, they're
Yeah.
in like their own feelings. So
And
be
people don't
sympathetic.
always experience it either. Like you don't have to feel all 5
Mhm.
stages. You skip things. Like for me, when my grandmother had passed, she'd already been like in and out of the hospital for like the past like year and a half, 2 years, and like 6 months before that, she was just in the hospital like permanently, just getting the help she needed. And then we finally brought her home, and like the day before, even my mom came over and she was like, "Your grandmother's doing really good," like, and whatever. And then like by the next morning, she's like, "We have to go visit her," because she's like, these are her last moments. And like I didn't know what to feel because I was so prepared, like, or I thought I was so prepared for that moment, but I was just like, I was in shock, and I went over and I cried my heart out, but I never felt angry at anything because I was prepared for it. So
Yeah, these steps are like not really like, oh, you have to follow. It's just like, if you
Right.
are, then don't like be afraid of like what's
yeah,
happening.
like
to you.
it's a normal part of the
Yeah.
process.
I
Mhm.
do know that this is not my personal experience. I don't experience a lot of grief. But with my dad, when his daughter died, he was really angry, not at other people. He was really angry at himself for not doing enough and for not being as close to her as he could have and not basically taking care of her as well, which he did. He was a really great father, but he was just angry at himself because he was looking at everything that he did wrong in the past, which was kind of getting ahead of myself. It kind of leads into bargaining where he's like, what if I spend more time with her? What if I talk to her more, etc., etc. But it was really bad. I hated seeing my dad go through that.
No, I'm watching a new show called The Pit, and it's like about this. If you guys don't know, have you
I
watched
was
it?
about to ask. 'Cause I saw it.
Like, what's the pit? But basically, like, there's a doctor that is new at the hospital, and his first patient just dies, and no one could have known that he would have died. And he keeps on like beating his heart, like, you know, regulating his heartbeat by himself for like 30 minutes, like 30 minutes of like, you know, just doing this like on his body, and like eventually he's like. And then, like, after he died, everyone's like, it's not your fault. But he's like, what if I did this? What if I did that? Like, what if we put him into, like, you know, cardiovascular or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can't really solve that. So, yeah.
A lot of bargaining is focusing on the past,
Mhm.
which is obviously part of the process. It's part of the process, but also like lingering too much on the past is very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have experiences in that, but not like usually when people say grief, like the first thing that comes to mind is death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like at least for bargaining, I've had a lot of experience with that, but not in the death department, more
Mhm.
so the relationship.
Yeah.
department.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's like your book, If He Had Been With Me. Like, there's a lot of bargaining in that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, to be honest, because
Like, you can, like, just talk about the plot.
I mean, yeah. I mean, from the beginning, you find out that somebody dies, and like in the book, it's these two like lifelong friends, um, of the opposite gender, and they like each other, but they don't, and it's this whole thing. Um, and one of them passes away like at the end of the book, and it's just kind of like this, like, you know, what if they were together longer? You know, it was only the end that they finally get together, and then he dies. You know, so it's you know, it's sad, and like I cried. There's tears on those
Mhm.
pages, and yeah, I mean bargaining. Bargaining, it's like I it sucks because you're looking back, and you hate yourself for not doing more, for not, you know, it's just terrible,
Spending more time with
and
somebody.
it can really lead to a lot of self-hatred.
And you make a lot of fake scenarios too. And then when you make the fake scenarios, at least for me, I don't know if it's like this for other people, but when you make these fake scenarios, you make it so concrete, like because you don't know for sure if you did that, that would be the outcome.
Yeah.
But in your head, you make it so concrete that you think for a fact if you change this aspect of yourself, or if you said something differently, or
Mhm.
if you like held on a little bit longer, you think as a fact that it would have came to the outcome you wanted.
Right.
That relates to like also suicide like victims. Like their families are like, I want to, you know, help them. I should have said this, I should have said that. And in the end, they like suicide victims, like they have like their own mindset, you know, if you know what I mean, like their own way of thinking,
Yeah.
and you can't control what they think.
Right. Like a lot of the time, there's a lot of, you know, victims that they've had wonderful lives, but because of the way that they think, it leads them to suicide. And like the families will blame themselves, but it's not their fault.
It's not their fault at all.
Yeah. At least for suicide, uh like most of their minds, and I'm saying it as R because I have tried to commit, and it's unfortunate, but I mean it's part of my life, and yeah, but most of like what we think about is there are at least when I there are a bunch of happy scenarios, and like my mindset was, oh, I'm hanging out with my friends, it's so much fun. um I'm hanging out with my family, I'm having a bunch of fun. But then when you're alone, you feel sad, and it's like, am I nothing without these people? So
Like your
yeah.
own identity almost.
Yeah.
But did you like actually, well, yeah, no. Because there was no bargaining happening because you knew like it wasn't their fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The friends and family. But yeah. So I feel like bargaining is obviously like, you know, a very hard process, but I want you guys to know, those who are watching, it is not your fault for what happened. Unless you are the murderer, then it is your fault. But if you're not the murderer, then it's not your fault.
Guys, don't murder people.
Don't
please.
murder people, please. But yeah, no.
Alexa's calling me because she's wondering where we are.
But basically, I love, like, guys, watch the pit. It's like relating to like this topic so much. But there's like another scenario where basically a kid died of just drugs. Like she took like I think a Xanax or something, and then his friend also took half a Xanax, so she was unconscious but she was still alive. And then she found out that the guy that she gave the Xanax to was also in the hospital, and she was having bargaining like during like her bargaining was her first stage because she felt initially like she's at fault. But in the end, it was that own person's choice that he took a Xanax and he decided, this is like my consequences. He didn't know about them, but it still happened, of
Yeah,
course.
but still on the other person's side,
Exactly.
there's
Mm-hmm.
a sense of guilt. I was
Mhm.
guilty when my grandmother died, and I literally had
Control.
no control over that at all. It was completely like she was old,
Mhm.
medical stuff. Like I had
Mhm.
completely no control, but I still felt guilty.
Yeah. My teacher, he went to Tara and he was like my English teacher, and he would say, guys, like call your parent, like your grandparents, in the summertime, whatever, so you don't feel bargaining. Yeah. You have like the balsa, yes. Oh my god, I forgot that he had his class too. Yeah, he would say like a bunch of things about like grieving.
She's asking you a question.
Oh,
Like-
you are?
Yeah.
What'd you ask?
Say what
Like,
he
he
would
would-
say.
Yeah. What did he say about bargaining?
He did.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
basically,
think she was
I
just
thought all
agreeing.
he
Like,
said was what you just said.
yeah, I know, but okay, whatever. But basically, yeah, he would just talk about like call your grandparents, you don't feel regret about when they do pass, because they are getting old and also they are very lonely sometimes. So yeah.
yeah. Right now, like, so a little over a year ago, my grandmother had passed away, and recently at Noche Buena, my grandfather met. Because we went to our friend's house for Noche Buena, so it's like not our family, and my grandfather was talking to my dad's best friend's wife's mother, and they ended up getting together, and they spend every second of their lives together. Now
my
they're together, like
God.
they're dating, and it's really cute, and I'm really happy for him because he needed something to do in his
It's so
life because he's been bored at home doing absolutely nothing. He spent most of his life taking care of my grandmother. My grandmother has always had terrible health issues. Like she's had six different times she's had cancer, 2 different types of cancer. Three different types of cancer.
Wow.
And she's always been sick. And so it's kind of this thing like my grandmother needs to take care of somebody. And then it was her sister and then her other sister. And as they passed away, like he just had nobody to take care of anymore. And he would come over and plant like flowers in my mom's garden and different things like that just to
yeah.
do stuff. And I'm really happy that now he's like,
My
not
grandma,
someone else.
her mother died and she lived a very long life, so she she had a lot of bargaining. And what she does is like she loves taking care of people like her, like your grandfather, but she would basically just like she hasn't had like a free time, like a free like space to like actually
Yeah.
grieve with herself. And it's been like about like a year almost. And she's having like all these like she's making responsibilities for herself almost. Like she's making these tasks happen
Yeah.
so that she doesn't think about her grief. So yeah.
Exactly. Like my grandfather is making these random things that he has to do, like plant flowers
Yeah.
and like fix things
I
in
love
my
the flowers
house.
though. They're so pretty.
They are really cute.
They're beautiful.
But like it's just but now it's just
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but
Bargaining can be
Like,
like
that's just like a way of denial, because it's
Yeah,
like
in a
denial by
sense.
not putting your energy into it,
not
not
letting
trying to
yourself
dwell on it.
process.
Denial of like, I mean, this is happening, but there's responsibilities. The responsibilities come first. Oh, I still have stuff to do. I can't
Mhm.
just like think about this. I can't dwell on it. So like in their head, they're kind of functioning as if that's not there.
yeah, like usually when someone passes, because grief is usually like passing, but it can be everything else, obviously. But it's like the funeral arrangements, the casket, like the taxes, the financial responsibilities, like they have like actual responsibilities, and like once that passes, then they feel like the grief, like the depression, which is the next stage of grief, is depression,
Depression and delayed.
delayed grief. Yeah.
Yeah.
So depression is the reality of loss when it truly sinks in. It's almost like a bridge between like it's not happening to okay, maybe I can accept that this is happening in my life, and like it's possible that I can live with this.
It's a lot of crying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lots of crying.
A lot of tears shed.
Lots of thinking too.
Yeah.
Lots of thinking.
Yeah.
It's like finally like, I remember I had spoke with my friend because he had lost his grandmother like a year before mine, and he talked about how like when he lost his grandmother, it just felt like she went on a train to some vacation and she just hasn't been back yet. And it's like, you know, you're not letting yourself process that she's gone because you think
Mhm.
it's like she's coming back, but
Exactly.
she's not. And when it hits you that she's not coming back, it's like, that's when
Extreme like emotions.
Yes,
Like a lot
extreme
more than like the
emotion.
normal.
And
Yeah.
it's
That
like-
reminds me of when I lost my cat in my old house, and basically, she got ran over, which I never knew. My mom just told me she like ran off because she was a
Bruh.
street cat, but we took
Mhm.
her in and we would like train her and all of that. So she didn't come home one day, and I'm like, okay, I'll just wait by the street. Like she's usually on the street, and I'll just wait for her to come to me because she usually does that. A week of me doing that still hasn't come. Next week, still not there. And sorry, my voice is really shaky because I've never talked about this. It's just like I was never told that like she actually died. So it was like I spent every day thinking and going, oh, like I might see her today. Maybe if I come home, she'll be in the backyard and she'll be there like if nothing happened. Maybe she's gonna bring kittens. Maybe like God knows what she's doing, but she's gonna come back.
Mhm.
But then after we moved, it was that feeling of like, oh, like she's never going to come back. Like these, like the experience is never going to come back again. Like I just have to accept that sitting outside won't do anything. Sorry, this is like
It's okay.
It's okay.
We love you.
No, that's like understandable. Like
Yeah.
the false hope that like your mother gave you makes you feel like, oh, it's gonna happen again, it's gonna happen. But it's better to be like, she did live a good life, but she passed, than like having like that, oh, she might come back, but no. But yeah, no, like depression is, I think, one of the hardest stages for grief, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Mhm. There's a difference between clinical depression and depression itself. Clinical is more where it's consistent and someone just has it and they might not know why they have depression, but it's more because they just don't feel joy in like things that should be joys to them, like friends and normal activities in life.
Well, also part of clinical depression is you don't have the right amount of
It's a chemical imbalance.
serotonin. Yeah, it's a
I
chemical
did not know that.
imbalance in your
Yeah.
brain. So because you don't have the right chemicals in your brain system, you physically cannot feel the amount of joy that other people feel, or
Mhm.
like even a little amount because of the chemical imbalance. So like most of the people who are clinically diagnosed with depression, it isn't their fault because it's actually part of their brain chemistry that makes them think that way.
Yeah.
I know it's okay, peace psych. I just remember these two random facts. What you're talking about is a little more like persistent depressive disorder,
Okay.
which is when it's a low level of depression that occurs over more than 2 years. Basically, it like never goes away and it's just kind of ingrained in them. But then there's also major depressive disorder, which is 2 weeks of intense depression, basically. That would be, I think, more correlated to grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like another part of depression is also like people think about it as just like pure sadness, but I feel like depression is more of a numbness to feeling. Like everything feels like it's coded like gray.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like instead of seeing like the rainbow and like the bright colors it is, you just see it as like a muted version.
Mm.
Like the sadness you feel, it isn't like truly sad. Like it's muted in a way. And then the happiness you feel, it isn't like ecstatic joy. Like you have to force yourself kind of to show that. And it's like you feel happiness and you feel all these emotions, but at such a low intensity.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't feel like you're actually like feeling anything.
I feel like parents also like have a really hard time with that because their kids, they might just be born with this lack of serotonin, which is what which one, the master persistent depression, and they might feel like, oh, what did I do? How could I make them happier? But they genuinely cannot feel that level of joy in their life.
Well, I also think parents put a lot of pressure on themselves.
That is true.
Yeah.
That like their child isn't doing all right, and then also I feel like some parents can sometimes like not over exaggerate. What's the opposite of over exaggerate?
Undermine?
Undermine feelings because they aren't in the same, like they aren't you, so they
Yeah.
don't understand what you're feeling. Guys, your feelings are valid. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Of course, always. Yeah.
Someone in the world is going through the same thing that you are, like in the way that they have the same emotions, and like there's always someone to talk to, especially because I feel like that's like another, like one good thing about social media is that there's always like an outlet that you can like find like hope in, and like
Just
this-
don't use the outlet wrongly.
yeah
Yeah.
exactly.
I think also like the disconnect between like our generation and like our parents' generation, like we as a generation are just more open to each other and understanding and processing emotions and things like that. And when it comes to our parents' generation, it's just not as open, and like these different disorders and things like that less known, less common. Like especially like social media as an outlet, it's also a source of the problem.
Exactly.
And that has added to a lot for our generation as well. Like there are so many more people who are depressed and going through grief, and it's hard for our parents to understand that. You
yeah,
know?
of course. And also like, okay, and also the last stage of grief, guys, is acceptance. I feel like it's like what you said, you just accepted that your cat wasn't gonna come back. So yeah. So of course acceptance, it's not like like they're gonna come back, false hope, like, oh, it's okay, they're gonna come back, it's fine, that's accept. No, it's like they died and I missed something in my life, I missed them, that hole can never be filled, but I'm okay with that hole being open because they had good memories.
Right.
Like they still, like your cat's still like
Yeah, there's still like memories of that, and then there's also like a new hope that okay, you lost a connection, you lost something you cared a lot about, but there's also a new hope that you can make a connection as strong or even stronger than that with someone else.
exactly.
Leanna, do you want to say something?
Talk about like isn't Gojo like dead or something about like JJK, one of them being dead? You can relate to that.
I was gonna say an actual person.
Oh.
Help.
I did
Okay,
cry when
Lena.
Gojo died. But
Sorry. I love you. I love you. I love you.
A little bit of light to the situation.
And on a good note. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, but you want to talk about a real person?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
well, I
continue.
was going to, but
No. Continue.
so I have a friend, like back like a minute ago. I forgot when, but I want to say like 8th to 9th grade summer, right? I have a friend who killed themselves, and no, it's okay. I have a friend who killed themselves, and I'm smiling not because I'm happy. And she considered me like one of her best friends. I obviously considered her a really good friend, but not like up
best.
there. And I wish I did because like I remember her like she would ask me to like after school, like, do you want to hang out? Do you want to play games? And like sometimes I'd say yes, but like sometimes I'd be like, no, like I don't really feel like it. Like I didn't tell her that, but like to myself I was like, no, I don't really feel like it. No, like I'd rather go do something else, or like I don't know, whatever. And like I would look back to it like after she died, and I'd be like, if I had maybe like given her more joy by like hanging out with her or playing those games with her, like maybe she would have like not had like as big as as like a big motive, or as big as a motive, whatever. As
Just
big of a
clung on
motive.
for a little bit longer.
And maybe like she would have seeked help, or she would have been like, wow, like my friends really do care about me, maybe I should try to like make myself better. And she had a funeral, but like it was like family only, so I didn't go or anything. And I never met her parents. So, and like to this day I'm still like, what if I just had hung out with her. Even that one day that she asked me, like, what if I had just done that one thing? Like, maybe that day she could have seen that I did see her as a friend. And I feel bad because, like, she would try hard to, like, have me be there with her a lot of times. And not that I didn't, like, appreciate it. And like, I said yes sometimes. But, like, I could have said yes more. Or I could have done more. And, like, I already, like, obviously, like, accepted it now. And, like, I'm okay, like, with that happened. Like, I wish it hadn't, but, well, like, what can I do? But, like, I don't know, like, I didn't really cry. Like, I felt sad. I was really sad. Like, I was obviously, like, my parents could tell that I wasn't, like, the same in a sense. Because, obviously, like, if you see one of your close friends, like, kill themselves, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, and, like, unfortunately, that happened after I had just been dropped by a group of friends of mine. So, like, it added up. And, like, I spent, like, a whole month, like, just super, like, obviously not, like, diagnosed depressed, but, like, you know, like, super
Yeah.
not there. And, like, my parents would try, like, to do everything to cheer me up. They'd be like, Lena, like, do you want to go, like, on a long weekend, do you want to go, like, to Universal? What? Like, I hadn't told them my friend died, but I did tell them about, like, my friends leaving me, whatever. They're like, Lena, do you want to go do something, like, do you want to go eat sushi, like, something like that? And I was just like, no. Like, even, like, a song, like, a sad song, and it didn't even have to be, like, sad about, like, a breakup, like, a sad, like, romance song or something, like, would make me just, like, cry and sob. And I'd be like, well, like, I've accepted it now, but, like, then I was like, definitely, like, what if,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
The bargaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It goes. Sorry.
That's okay.
It goes back to a point where, like, I tried to do this. So, like even a smile can change someone's day. You have no idea what anyone else is going through. So just being like, I don't want to say the best version of yourself because that
kind.
sounds cringy. Yeah.
Your kindness, like,
kind.
Just be
reflects.
kind.
Like,
Yeah.
even a smile can go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It starts with hello.
Oh, yeah, another thing. Sorry. I don't want to name drop, obviously, but I know someone who is clinically depressed, like, right now, and I never ever would have expected it because they're always, like, super annoying and whatever. But, like, they're always, like, happy and they're always, like,
Mhm.
playing games and they're always hanging out with their best friend. And I'm like, this person seems like everything's going fine. Like, yeah, maybe they failed the test. Maybe that made them sad. But, like, you wouldn't, like, assume. And then one day I'm hit with the news that they're, like, clinically depressed and, like, that they've tried, like, reaching out to, like, the suicide hotline. And I was there and I was like, I couldn't believe it, and I cried, and I was like, I feel so bad. Like, I tried to do everything. And then I realized, like, I can't change the way that they, like, view things because, I mean, it's not me. But, like, I can try to make their day better, like, even the smallest. So, like, I'd offer and I'd be like, oh, like, do you want to go out? Do you want me to get you something? Do you want to play, like, a game? And they'd be like, they would look at me and be like, they'd have that face as if,
You felt bad for them, or
no. They had that face like, wow, this person, like, genuinely, like, is trying for me. Like, they care about me. So we'd, like, stay up late. We'd call. We'd talk. We'd hang out. And, like, slowly, like, they got better. Like, they're still depressed. But, like, you can tell that
They're
it's
happy,
getting
yeah.
better. Like, really.
That's so good, Lena. Like, you had, like, that second chance and you really used it to your capacity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And, I'm still trying. Obviously, like, now, like, SAS and, like, busier and stuff. But, like, I still, like, try, like, even, like, 3 times a week to, like, talk to them and be like, hey, want to play, like, Minecraft or want to play Roblox or something like that. Or be like, do you want to go watch something with me? Do you want to go eat? Like, just try, like, in general to make their day happy. Even if you're the only person doing it, at least they have someone doing it
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
a sense. So.
Because friendships are so important. Like, guys, like, friends are what really keep you happy. Because family is good too, but it's what you can really, like, relate to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family, it's like you're forced a connection. Through
Yeah,
blood.
exactly. Like,
And
it's
friends,
not
it's
always.
like, wow, like, you choose to be here for me. Like, I really appreciate that, and I will choose to be here for you.
friends are your chosen family.
The blood of the
Exactly.
covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Wait, what? You said
The
it again?
blood of the
Whoa.
covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. That's the full quote of
I like
blood
that.
is thicker than water.
I like that.
Aww. That's so cute.
It's
But
just
yeah.
chosen family is better
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
So-
so much fun at Boston.
Oh my god, that
It looked like so much fun. The snow looked
Guys.
really nice.
I like.
She's part of my chosen family.
Oh.
I love you, Max.
You all are.
Of course, all of you are. But yeah, I think like, wow, Boston really was like an eye opener. If I was feeling any sort of like thing, which SAS has made my life so much better, and like there's so much more reason to like pursue life and future and want to do better and work hard academically to have a future. And it's just SAS has done so much for me, and Boston especially. Like, just I was sitting there in our hotel room at 2 a.m, like us just messing around, and I just realized like, wow, these are my friends, and we're all here together.
Order sushi from New Jersey.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Okay.
god,
so
Max.
funny.
Funny story, and then we end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at Boston, my little can you go to the censor? Yeah.
The sen-
No, no,
the
no.
censor
back.
button.
The censor.
The censor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say dumb and then
Yeah.
censor. My little dumbass. Oh hell.
We'll mute it. We'll edit it.
Whatever. My
Say it
Wait,
again.
response. Okay, wait. My little so I decided to order sushi for the group because yay, I'm selfless.
You want to do
I don't
mukbang?
know. Yeah, we were trying to do a sushi mukbang. And anyway, we passed the phone around. It ends up being $142 worth of sushi.
Whoa.
And I hit deliver to my location, which is Boston, Massachusetts, some random hotel. Anyway, I look at the location because it took like an hour for the food to come because like it's a lot of food. And I'm like, yay, it's 2 minutes away. I was so happy. So me, Johanti, and Ale walked downstairs to get the food. And then I checked the location and I'm like, the blue dot, like, you know, there's a blue dot that
Yeah.
says,
Yeah.
I'm like, the blue dot isn't here. So I scroll out and I'm like, this is in New Jersey. And so anyway, some random person.
That was $100
the-
max. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'd be so
142.
pissed off.
And I didn't get
bro.
a refund because AI has overtook the Uber industry, so you can't talk to a real person. So guys, make sure your location is correct.
And you were
on
left
Uber
hungry.
Eats.
Yeah.
In the hotel.
But it made for a funny story.
It
That is
was a
true.
really funny
So,
story. I was dying.
Either the Uber driver kept $140 worth of sushi for himself, or some random person in the hotel got $142 worth of sushi.
Which, I mean,
We made
well,
someone's
It
day.
made
Yeah,
someone-
We
definitely.
made
exactly.
someone's
It
day.
made someone's day.
That's what. But yeah, okay.
So
Anyway.
guys, if you have a problem with, loss of any way, breakup,
Just
anything
Grief.
running away, yeah, exactly. Then
experiencing grief.
yeah, exactly. Please know that you are not alone, and suicide is not the way to go because someone on this world will care about you. If not, they already do, and you just don't know that.
Yeah,
So
and you are not the only one experiencing grief. Like, if look around, like all of these, I didn't know these situations with these people that are sitting with me to here today, and you're not alone. Whatever you're experiencing, there's someone out there that's experiencing it too.
exactly. So thank you guys so much. The Syren podcast, and
The Brainwaves.
have a good day, guys.
Yeah.
Shall we begin?